Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. You like that? Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. 21. Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. I like that too. Hey, let's get into these intros. How's it going? You are here with the second edition of the Access 21 podcast. My name is DJ Mike Carleone. I am a 2-year member here at Access 21.
My name is Tariq. I am the Director of Membership and Community Engagement here at Access 21.
And you have been here how long?
I've been here since November of 2023.
Yeah, and I've had the pleasure of knowing you for that long, and I appreciate you. Let's tell the people what we actually do here at Access 21.
So, Access 21 is a public access nonprofit television station. We do 3 basic things here. Number 1, we give the community the opportunity to create TV productions. We also give the community the opportunity to create podcasts, such as we're doing. And we just recently started with music production. But all of the content here is community driven.
And see, that's the beauty about this whole production, and not just the podcast, but just about what Access 21 does, is it's available to the community, right?
Yes.
So by community, we mean what, Mecklenburg County, or like what areas do we service here?
So membership is based on geography. So if you live in the city of Charlotte, there's a one-time membership fee of $25. If you live in Mecklenburg County outside of the city of Charlotte, it's going to be $65. The people who live completely outside of Mecklenburg County have a one-time membership fee of $100. And for them, they cannot create content, but they can volunteer on other people's shows and take training.
So they'll still have access to getting familiar with the equipment and getting the knowledge and accessibility to those trades.
They just can't produce shows.
Understood.
Yeah.
But the goal is to at least get somebody the opportunity to learn something that they're interested in these fields.
Yes, I feel like the training here is especially good for like young people, because they can come here, they can learn how media arts work, and then they can take that knowledge and utilize it elsewhere. I think it's also good for retirees, because retirees have a lot of time and they might want to do something that's worthwhile and interesting for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, because I've actually seen so much great content from Access 21, and it does vary from an age demographic of 25 and under, but there are a lot of 35 and up that provide so much great content for Access 21. A lot of people have cable, right? A lot of people have all of these different outlets and networks that they use. So going to Access channels is very far and few between. Where else can they find Access 21 at to get information?
Across the nation, a lot of people are cutting the cable cord, but we're also offering streaming options. So we stream on like Apple TV, Roku TV. If you go to our website, you can watch video on demand and watch live streaming there. We also have an app that you can download to your smartphone and streaming. So we're aware that today people are more streaming than they are actually watching cable as much.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, because you do have to be on the forefront of technology, especially when you're providing such a great service, but also just to get the information out there to the people in the community. A lot of people don't even know about this still. So it's great to get the word out, which is the reason why we're doing this podcast, right?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons. And it's nice to talk about what's going on too.
Yeah, that's the goal, to get the people aware of what we're doing here at Access 21.
Yes.
Who was the brainchild of the podcast?
What do you mean?
Your idea?
No, it's so interesting. I was talking to Bren. Bren is our tech guy.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Bren.
Yeah. We were just talking about podcasts, and he told me we have a Podbean account.
Yeah.
And we weren't really, it had been used in the past, but not regularly.
Yeah, underutilized.
Yeah, so I don't mean to say it's underutilized, but what I'm saying is I saw that as an opportunity to create more fun content on a podcast. I had a podcast before I started working here, and it was just a great fun thing that I thought that could be done just in this context.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, everybody's podcasting now.
Yeah.
For so many different various subjects, topics, different reasons, just talking about sports. You rarely see these type of podcasts, like community driven, talking about like things that can actually help build the community.
Yeah.
So that's why I appreciate the opportunity to be here when you asked me. So with that being said, do you offer other, like there's podcasting available, right? Mm-hmm. And what do you got to do? Like do like an orientation or?
So to become a member, the first thing you do is you come to the new members orientation, and then at that point you can sign up to become a member. And then we have like a bunch of training classes. So on the podcasting side, there's a podcasting 101, podcasting studio, that sort of thing.
So if that's what you choose to kind of learn more information about,
yes,
then you go there. But then there's like a calendar of different programs, trainings that you attend to.
Yeah, there's like kind of like your podcasting side. Then there's your TV production side. There's some field classes available. And then there is that one music production class that's available now.
I love that. And I know you said you just recently started that. I'd like to know a little more about that because I know that was something near and dear to you. You have a great musician background, and this is something that was kind of like you really was at the forefront, right?
Yes. So so I did teach the first occurrence of that in the previous 6 months. So I just got finished with the second occurrence. And it's a learning experience because originally I wanted it to be 6 people. Mm-hmm. So 2 people per computer, the 3 computers, and then I would have the teaching computer.
Yeah.
But one of the students expressed to me that it may be a good idea just to have 1 student per computer. Because if you're a beginner, you really don't know how to collaborate like that.
Yeah, at least it's too early.
Yeah. So this time it was just the 3 students, 1 per each of the 3 computers.
Yeah, more hands-on, and you get to learn how to navigate through whatever the interface is.
And it's interesting because a lot of the students already are musicians or they already know about music. And at first I was like, why are they coming here? And I think they're coming to learn because when you learn a digital audio workstation, or we're using Persona Studio One version 7.22 or wherever it's at now.
Yeah. It'll be 2.3.
I know they are always updating.
Yeah, they do.
like every 3 months.
All the time they upgrade.
Yeah. So I think they need to know what buttons to push on the software. It's not that they don't understand music. They do. A lot of the students that I've had do understand music. They're just not sure, like the structure of creating a track in the software.
Like you can have a great musical background and you can know how to read notes and just know how to structure a song, but just using the software is a whole nother beast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like dealing with so many different percussion, drums, instruments, all these things are like those tools that you have available. It is like a brand new learning experience for them and just learning how to navigate and separating the tracks and stuff, right?
It could be overwhelming. So I try to give them structure like, hey, you're going to make your drums first and then you're going to go up in 4-part harmony. So 4-part harmony going down is soprano, alto, tenor, bass.
Yeah.
So I explain to them, make your drums first because that's the backbone of the track, which you know as a DJ.
Yeah.
And then you're going to build your bass. Then you're going to go up to your tenor, mid-rangey stuff. Then you're going to your alto. And then end at the higher leading instrument. So like a lot of them, they didn't really have that structure. But once you let them know how to structure things and these are the buttons you push, they make pretty good music.
Yeah, you got to kind of, it's like hands-on, you learn and apply here.
Yeah.
That's another great thing about here, right? You learn it, and then you get a chance to apply it, like literally hands-on, the equipment, the whatever the software is. So that's what is so selfless about Access 21, right?
Yeah, a lot of the information here is at a very low cost. It really is.
So that's the whole thing about the production is right. Is Music 101.
Music Production 101. So that ended. It was a 4-part, and there was also a part where they could come in optionally and meet with me one-on-one, like if they needed any questions answered or anything like that. But it went well. It went well. And they really, one of the students played a song that she had written.
Yeah.
And it was really great. And she sings, she plays piano. And not only that, the song she made on the software was really good.
Oh, so she actually created a composition on the software.
So everyone, everyone, the goal of the class was for everyone to make one track, one composition.
Yeah.
At first,
that's nice.
when she first started, I was like, she obviously has talent. She just didn't know what buttons to push. And I'm repeating myself. But once she learned that, and then she played the track she made back, it was beautiful. And then in addition to that, she said, hey, this is a song I wrote. So on the MIDI controller, she plays piano. You know, MIDI controllers are just basically like electronic pianos that you could use for production or whatever. So she just plugged in the piano virtual instrument and played this jazz song that she had written, and she sang. And I was looking like, okay, you have amazing musical talent. You just didn't understand production.
So it sounds like it's a benefit to creators and alike, right? People who are interested in it. Some people may be a little bit far advanced where they're writing their own songs and kind of catch on. But even for somebody who's like a super intermediate, you still get the opportunity to learn about it. And I think it helps that you're so passionate about it. In fact, the whole staff is passionate about what they do here.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think that I'm learning, and I think I said this in the last podcast, I'm learning so much about media arts now. And honestly, to be honest, I feel like I'm getting paid to play. You know, like
I get it.
I'm learning. I'm learning about film and TV, and
well, like they say, if you love it, you won't work a day in your life if you do what you love. So
yeah, and then I'm like making music, like that's not.
Yeah, you get paid for it.
Yeah, so, I'm like that's
so
not
you preach it to the choir because I'm a DJ. So
I know, right?
Like music is my first passion and my love, right? So I'm able to spread that musical love and joy to the masses, and it gratifies me because I would do it for free, right?
And speaking of spreading it to the masses, we had our first open mic. What's today? The 6th?
Yeah.
So last Friday, the 1st.
Yeah, I remember that because you put it on Facebook. You kind of advertised it to let it be known, right?
Well, so our host, Kalen Anthony, he really is doing a great job. So I didn't know that he was going to do this, but he interviewed our feature. So our first feature was Nemo Sum. He's a local
poet. Nemo Sum. Come on.
Oh, man. You know Nemo?
Absolutely.
Oh, like, yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he is a legend. I'm mad that I missed it.
It's okay, but Nemo.
I'll be booked and busy, bro.
I know. You got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, but I mean, still, Nemo Sum. Shout out to Nemo Sum too. Right?
So Kalen took it upon himself to interview Nemo on Instagram
to build like a buzz.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to do that until he did it, and I tuned in, and it was great. And he also did other promotional things. He did one video where he was reading some of his poetry to the audience on Instagram. Not there were like physical people attending, but just like an Instagram post.
Yeah.
And he shouted us out. He tagged me. Like, he did a great job of promoting.
Yeah, so like you just said that he does a great job. And I think when you partner with those type of creatives that have the drive and the passion, like that's what it takes, right? You didn't have to ask him to do it.
No,
he was just because he wants to get the word out about this great thing that you got going on here, right?
Yeah.
And it costs nothing, right?
Yeah, so Nemo did, like a 25-minute set and it was amazing. His story is amazing, very compelling. And I know him from Guerrilla Poets because I used to work with Guerrilla Poets a lot. And he just always blows your mind, no matter what. He's just amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
So where'd you guys have it at? Was it in one of the studios?
Studio A, and we had a whole set and everything. So I think that was impressive, too, to people who attended. because we had kind of like a brick wall facade in the back. We had a riser, and I brought a couple of my drums, for like decoration in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Just
so
like
I put my drum. Yeah,
deco, right?
yeah. So I decorated the set with a couple of my drums, and like the stool was nice, and the lighting was nice, and you had the one mic with the host, and it was nice.
Is it something that was recorded? Like, is it something that
and no. So for the first one, we decided, okay, we're not going to record it
for production.
We're not going to record it for the first one because we want to see how popular this could possibly be.
Yeah.
The interesting thing, though, is Marlo, the studio coordinator, who he's going to be responsible for this project, he says, do you want me to record it? And I was like, okay, knock yourself out because you want to record it. I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
So he recorded it. I haven't looked at the footage yet.
Wow.
But because we didn't announce that we were going to record it, what we're going to do is we're going to take the part that Nemo performed, give it to Nemo and say, hey, we didn't really plan to record, but we did. Do you want
that's
piece
awesome because that's his
film?
IP, right? And he could do what he wants with
Yeah, like here's your performance. Yeah. We didn't really plan on recording it, but we did.
And it wasn't an actual production to where...
No, there weren't like, it wasn't like a full-blown...
or anything like
that.
Yeah.
So just give him his part.
It was organic.
Yeah. Give him his part so he could do what he wants to do with his performance part. And then going forward, we'll be more cognizant about actually recording it and maybe posting it and that sort of thing.
No, I feel like because it's such a visual society now, like some people don't believe it unless they see it. And even now, you can't even believe it because AI is running rampant.
Yeah.
But that visual, I mean, even if it was just like a snippet, you know how YouTube has like the shorts?
Yeah.
If you could just do a snippet and post that to the page and also generate some more buzz around it. Of course, you already have Kalen that's already doing his due diligence. So, anything that I could do to help shine a light on it because open mic is for what? Artists, poets,
anyone.
Musicians?
You could be a comedian, you could be a musician, you could be a poet. We had a singer last Friday. We had a rapper, Frank Expression was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he plays trumpet and does poetry, as you know. You already know Frank Expression.
Yeah,
he was there. He performed.
He's a great legend in Charlotte.
He's great. And then there was another adult who had some kids with him, and they did a song where the kids were kind of like a choir for the song, kind of like a call and response thing. Like he would say something, and then the kids are like respond with a line. Yeah. So that was interesting too.
No, I mean, the fact that it's multifaceted, right? So it's not geared to just one genre or one particular area, right? And the creators love stuff like that.
I feel like they do. And to your point about creating buzz, I do these videos. We talked about Canva before. So I'm doing these behind the scenes video, and I was working on today the behind the scenes video for the open mic we just did.
Yeah.
So that's great. It's pretty much done. I do want to shout out the people who attended. So I didn't have the list of their names in front of me. So I'm going to get their names, and that video will be posted. And because the idea is this, if you drop 50 photos on Facebook just like that, no one's going to look at it. Because it's 50 photos. Like,
it's a lot of content at one time.
Exactly.
Just like if you write a paragraph, people are less likely to read it just because they got
it's
a
too
15-second.
Yeah. So what I do,
I don't know why, but unfortunately.
So what I've learned to do, Mike, is I go ahead and turn those pictures into a video, and
like
I add
just
like a video,
different clips,
and then I add the music, sync it with the beat, and there might be like a cover graphic, blah blah blah, and people are going to look at that because it's like 30 seconds long, or the most I've done one is like 3.5 minutes. But you're going through these pictures without realizing that you've been looking at all these pictures.
Yeah, it's visually stimulating when you switch it up and have all these different pictures, different angles. But also it's great when you, like you said, you wanted to get the people's names and the shout outs together, because when you tag them, then they share that to their network, right? Like you tag that person in there, they're going to be eager to share their creative output and share it with their network. So now, essentially, by tagging them in it, you've already expanded your network, tenfold.
And that reminds me, I need to tag Kaylin as the host.
Yeah, for sure.
And Nemo as the feature when I post that. But that makes sense.
I like that, but
to do that.
Definitely. So when does the open mic, because this is something that's going to be reoccurring, right?
Yes.
So you did it, the last one was the first Friday in July?
No. So it's the first Friday of every month, but it started in August.
Ah, gotcha.
So the last Friday was the first one.
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be the first Friday of every month.
At 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. Here
at
at
Access
21.
613 Calvert Street, zip code 2820.
I like that. So
in case you don't know.
Come one, come all, right?
Mm.
Was there like beverages provided or like, of course?
Not yet, because what'll happen is if it starts to become popular, then that's when it would start to make more sense to provide some type of snacks.
Or contact vendors or get more people involved. Because I'm sure it's a community outreach, basically. That's what it is. It's a call to action for the community to come. It's a great opportunity to be able to partner with maybe other organizations that provide those services and even them.
And that makes sense. Like getting food donations is a task within itself. Mm-hmm. We did have food donations for the last Impact Spotlight show that we do.
Yeah.
It's the one where we highlight our producers and volunteers more recently.
You just did that too, right?
Yeah, because it's every third Tuesday of the month. So, yeah, but the point is, the last one, I was able to get some food donations from Freemore Tavern.
Ooh.
So we appreciated that.
Shout out to Freemore Tavern, right?
For helping us with that and providing us with food for the crew on that production.
Because they did the chicken tacos.
And the chicken quesadillas.
Mm.
Yeah, they were really nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's important, too, because, you really are doing a service for the community.
Exactly.
It's like for us, by us.
Exactly.
Community.
Exactly. Definitely. Did you
All
say
inclusive.
for us, by us?
Well, for us, by us, but all inclusive, right?
Yeah.
So
it made the clothing.
Speaking of all inclusive, that's a great segue, right? Because we've got Pride Month coming up.
Yes. So we'll be tabling at the Pride Festival on August 16th and 17th. Now, this year, so before it was centered around North Tryon Street.
Oh, it's the Pride Festival.
Yes, Pride Festival, Charlotte Pride Festival.
Yes.
So previously, they were on North Tryon. Now they're going to be centered around the First Ward Park. So that's going to be different.
Okay.
Interesting enough, they do not provide parking. And you know how hard it is to park in Uptown. But they have an app, which is a third-party other group of people.
Yeah.
And you could reserve a parking space.
Or you can probably try to find like public parking or city parking.
On a weekend, on Pride, when there's that many people?
Well, you're going to, basically, they're going to have to get in where they fit in and try to find a way.
You're going to be looking for parking. So that's why I reserved the parking space.
Yeah, or you can come in by the various methods of transportation.
Yeah, they encourage you to take the light rail.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's going to be super packed down here.
It's going to be really packed. It's always big.
And so Access 21 has a table.
Yes. So basically, it's we table at different festivals throughout the year.
I was about to ask you that.
Mm-hmm. And the idea is just to increase visibility. Mm-hmm. Now, realistically, we might not get a lot of conversion from that. We might not get a lot of numbers of people signing up, but you increase your visibility in the community. So, for example, last year I was at the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead festival.
Yeah, that's where they put all the masks and paint on.
Yeah.
So it's really a celebration of the people who's fallen lives.
Yes. So I was there, and a lady walked up to our table, and she said,
"Did you get your face painted?"
No, I didn't do all that.
You didn't do all that?
She walked up to the table, and she says, "Oh, I remember you from the Do-Rag Festival." And I was like, "Oh, you do?" Yeah, so it's more like visibility.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get a lot of people who like, "Oh, I'm going to become a member." Now, sometimes we do. Like, one member, I saw her, she was doing her podcast, and she says, "Oh, yeah, it's good to see you again." And her guest was there. She was like, yeah, I met Tariq. I think it was Juneteenth. She said, I met Tariq at such and such festival, and I wanted to come in and do a podcast. So that's not always happening, but what is happening is, okay, now I know what Access 21
the visibility.
is.
Like
The visibility.
you know, sometimes you have to be in those places, and I think it's great because you're a memorable guy. Once you get to know you and talk to you,
I try.
The Suspenders is definitely.
Man,
like,
this is out of necessity.
I've always wanted to ask you that because you got different colors, and I've seen some different styles on you. But it's like, is that your thing?
Kind of. So it's a crazy story, but I was working at another job, and I used to wear my jeans. I was younger, number one, so I dressed down a little bit. And number two, it was that type of job where you didn't really have to wear slacks or whatever.
Yeah, kind of casual.
And I was always sagging unintentionally. Like, I wasn't trying to sag. And then one day, the administrative assistant said, Tariq, you need some suspenders. And I was like, really? Because I couldn't fix the problem of sagging. So then I just started
belts,
wearing... Well, the belts don't always work. So I started wearing suspenders from that point on. That was like 2012.
Wow. So it's been 13 years.
It's been a while. And I just always wear... Even if I'm wearing like jeans and a T-shirt, I have suspenders on under the T-shirt because I'm not trying to sag.
And you're comfortable. I mean, obviously, you're comfortable with that.
More comfortable because no one wants to see me sag.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the only reason why I asked you that is because anybody who comes to Access 21 has encountered you and knows that. So I feel like this podcast is not only an introduction to what Access 21 does, but being that you really you play an integral role in here, I feel like the people should get to know you better too. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot going on, and sometimes you'll be so busy that you might have to just stick to what the script is, and people don't get to know your true personality sometimes. So I like those little...
That's interesting.
I like those little tidbits. Like, hey, you know, he always wears the suspenders, and, you know, I'm one of those people that just like to know things, which is why I started here.
That's interesting. Speaking of cool things that are happening, the Creative Corner... So as part of the community engagement plan for this year... So I don't know if I talked about this before, where I did some research to find out what other public access stations are doing in community engagement.
No, we talked about that last time.
Yeah. So as a result of that, I picked up the idea of the Young Filmmakers Club for youth to get involved in media arts.
It's back to school coming right now. So.
Yeah. So the point being is I partnered with the Creative Cornerstone and with the Independent Picture House.
Okay.
So that the kids...
Real quick, I'm sorry not to cut you off. But
no, it's okay.
What is the Creative Cornerstone?
So the Creative Cornerstone, thanks for asking me that.
Yeah, for
sure. So
the
Creative Cornerstone is a media arts, like they do music production, they do film, and it's for kids.
Yeah. So
a lot of them are teenagers.
School-age kids.
For school-age kids who need to be exposed to that, they're a nonprofit too, right?
Oh, okay.
The Independent Picture House is the nonprofit that shows films. It used to be the Manor Theater. If I'm saying that wrong, forgive me, but it used to be the old Manor Theater. Now it's the Independent Picture House down off of Raleigh Street. What I'm saying is we partnered together, and I said, well, wouldn't it be great if the kids can come from the Creative Cornerstone Summer Camp and tour us here and tour the Independent Picture House? So they did that.
Wow, that's a great coordination. That's a great partnership.
Yeah. So in July, they came here. They got kind of like a crash course in how things work here. And I believe on the second visit, because they came twice, they did some filming. The interesting thing is they're going to have that showcase of that film at Goodyear Arts on August 9th, starting around 11:30 a.m. And Goodyear Arts is in Camp North End.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go check that out. So it's two
I love
cool.
Camp North End too.
That's what I was about to say. It's two cool things. Number one, it's going to be a great experience. And number two, it's Camp North End.
Camp
like
North
they
End.
have so much cool things.
They really do.
I'm not trying to advertise. I'm not trying to advertise the
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I'm trying to say that it's going to be a great experience, and it's good to see kids, able to express themselves, and they're going to showcase this film.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, it can only take that one spark of a child's mind to set them on a journey and on a path of this is what I want to do with my life. Yeah. So to have those kind of programs available for kids, and you know, in this area, obviously this demographic, where you do deal with a lot of at-risk youth.
Yes.
Right? A lot of despondent children, broken homes, sad stories. But when you see that interest, it has to make you feel good when they get that light bulb moment, right? Like,
exactly, and that's the idea, to engage kids to be able to develop that skill. So when we were talking about the Young Filmmakers Club, we're thinking we'll launch the actual meetings of the Young Filmmakers Club when the school year starts, which is soon, right?
Yeah,
so we'll
soon,
probably,
if not like, this is August now, so like we're probably in the midst of it. Some schools has already started, right?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start that for them to come and meet there when the school year starts again, which is, like you said, very soon.
Yeah, pretty much on the verge. But is that like going to be like a weekly thing, or you still trying
to
get
I want to do it monthly, and just like make it something that's substantial for the kids, and where they can come in and get exposed to media arts and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, another outlet to be able to express their creativity, or at least have an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
Now, speaking of that, the age demographic to become a member, is there a certain age range?
You mean in general?
In general, yeah, because we're talking about children.
Yeah, 12 years age and up can become a member.
So you don't have to be an adult. So it's not 18 and up.
But there is like a parental
you got
form.
Like a consent form. Or
like you got to. The parent has to fill.
That's helpful information.
Fill
for
out
sure.
the parental form.
And obviously, when you have those kind of programs, you know, word of mouth speaks volumes. So they tell their friends about it, and then their friends tell their friends about it, and then it becomes a big thing. Which I'm hoping and wishing for great success for that program, for sure. Like, shout out to the Creative Cornerstone and
Independent
Picture House, and of course, you collaborating with them is once again a testament to what your mission is.
Yeah. Collaboration is important. Yeah,
you collaborating with the creatives like Kaylon Anthony, and collaborating and trying to reach out to different segments and different communities, because obviously the arts are for all of us.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't matter young, old, rich, poor. It's just like a beautiful thing to be able to have an outlet to express oneself.
And I love how the Free More Tavern was very nice about helping us with food donations. I wonder if we could form some type of the word's not partnership, but like an agreement where we can.
No, I think that's a great idea. Where you need something with your mission statement, and something where you're not soliciting monetary, but just whatever the services are, especially because it's on behalf of the community, right?
Yeah, or connect ourselves to more community resources, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's no reason for us to be isolated from the community, and we're not isolated from the community, but reaching out to different types of communities, whether it's the Latino community, whether it's musicians, artists, cooks.
Yeah.
Right?
Is there a cooking show on Access 21?
You ask interesting questions.
That's my goal. I want to ask the things that the people may want to know or think
I've been
about,
exposed to one member who wants to do a cooking show. And he was showing me his chef videos on his phone. That's the extent of what I've seen for cooking shows so far.
I would just think about the logistics in the studio, because of course you'd have to do electric, but who knows what the standard operating.
The good thing is, since I've been here since 2023, I'm starting to see the same people and able to get and build better relationships, and understanding what their show ideas are and what they're actually doing in terms of content.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. That's helpful to see, my show is this, and this is what I'm doing, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a creative, Just like, when I meet somebody and they tell me what their thing is, because everybody, has their thing when you go to these networking affairs and events and stuff like that. So I'm one of those that's like truly interested, like tell me more, because although it's not my idea and it may not be like my lane, but just to hear your excitement and feel it when someone's explaining what their thing is.
Exactly.
That's synergy. You get what I mean?
Exactly. And what I'll do, even before I started working here, if I meet a creative, I'll ask them if they want to go out for coffee so we can talk about our respective goals. And that's just to get to know them better and to understand like what they're trying to accomplish in the artistic ecosystem in Charlotte. And I've met a lot of great people that way, such as yourself.
I was going to say,
I
can attest to that because that's how we met.
Yeah, we went to the Italian joint.
Piata, right?
Yeah. I'm not trying to advertise this.
But we went to an Italian spot.
Yeah, we went to an Italian spot, and it was really great.
Yeah.
And I learned more about you, that you're from New York, Harlem, and, like a lot of the things you're interested in. You told me about your sister and the content you want to create here. It's always great to hear other people's stories.
Yeah, it is.
And then you hear certain things, like sometimes if I'm by myself and I'm experiencing something, I'll think, like, is anyone else going through this? Like, is anyone else experiencing this? But then when I talk to creatives, I find out that we're doing a lot of similar things. We're having a lot of experiences in common that I didn't really realize that's going on.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. I agree. I definitely have. You don't realize what you have in common. I mean, I guess that goes for a lot of things, right? You don't realize what you have in common until you have a general conversation with them.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about the volunteer opportunities that are here. Like, well, you have, speaking of that, right, you might be someone who wants to learn about the video production and the camera work, but then you also may have somebody who's more in front of the camera and wants to have their own show. You can put those two together, right? Like with
So everything here is volunteer driven.
Yeah.
So what happens is after you become a member, you're taking the courses you need to take, you have to put your crew together for the TV production side, right? So that means hopefully along the way through your training, you would have created friends, for lack of a better word, and relationships. And like if you're taking basic studio or control room or directing, you would have done some labs to work on other people's productions. And the hope is that when it's time for your production, you would have made the relationships to be able to get on that volunteer list and say, I'm going to call such and such and such and such.
I'm glad you said it that way.
To be on the production.
Because I want to make it clear to the listeners and the viewers that when you said get your crew together, your crew has to be members here, right?
Yes.
You can't just, because you know your uncle does great camera work and he videoed your wedding, he can't come and be the cameraman for your show.
Like if you're doing outside content, that's on you. But if you want to use our equipment, so if you want to use cameras, that's part of Basic Studio. So you have to be certified in Basic Studio.
Yeah.
Basically, whatever equipment you want to touch, that person who's touching that equipment has to be certified in that area.
So you guys do like on outfit, like on the field, where you can like get a camera if you've got, like you said, if you've taken the courses and you've done all the prerequisites that you need to do. Like if you got a camera, I can go.
Well, there's two sides to that. One is if you want to use the studios, you have to be certified, right? We do have some field classes for stuff you like. I just want to learn how to work a DSLR camera. That's a little different. Also, if you are just creating content outside and submitting it, and you're not in the studio, you may not necessarily have to be certified in Basic Studio.
I got you.
But anyone who is touching equipment in the studio, for example, needs to know Basic Studio.
Basic Studio.
Anyone who's touching equipment in the control room needs to know control room. If you're directing using our studios, you need to know directing, for example.
And those are the courses that you offer to get you to that point of proficiency to where you're able to...
It's about proficiency because when you do a TV production, it's a lot of moving pieces, right? And if you're the director and you're trying to put this production on, you kind of have to have a team that knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
and you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
So that everything flows smoothly. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense because you definitely can't do it all by yourself, right?
No.
You have 3 cameras. First of all, you got boom, lighting. There's so many different, like you said, behind the scenes things that go on that carry a certain level of expertise.
And that's why along the way you want to make those friends and build those relationships. Because when you need a director,
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like that cold calling can be difficult. Because I've done that in the past at other jobs where you're cold calling and blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the paper and you say, oh, I recognize them, I remember them from class, then it's like you're calling a friend. You call and you say, hey, this is such and such. Remember me? And can you direct for me at this point in time or whatever? And then it's just easier because the cold calling could be difficult in my experience.
But there's, from what I recall, there's volunteer sheets, right? Where
Yes.
you can put your name up for certain slots and
Yes.
times where you're available. That way, a fellow creative can identify, okay, maybe I can develop my team and my crew based on the people who are making themselves available, which
Yes.
is also pretty dope.
Yes, but what I've seen, because I'm responsible for putting together the Simpact Spotlight show. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's the one where we like interview our producers, and now we're interviewing volunteers who volunteer a lot. And over the time, I look at the paper, the volunteer list, and I'm like, I know this person. They're probably more likely. I mean, just like human beings, you know, we're human beings. I know them. I recognize that name. Let me give them a call because we have some type of camaraderie. And I've noticed the trend is the people, if I've seen you for the last 6 months here, and I call them and I'm like, hey, it's Tariq. And they say, oh, hey, Tariq, how's it going? I'm like, well, how are you? You know, what's going on? And then I say, can you help on the Simpact Spotlight at this certain date and time? And I say, oh, yeah, Tariq, I'll be there. Because they know me and I know
they know
them.
you and they recognize you.
Yeah.
People do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly. So if it's a name that, and I don't discriminate against people. That's not what I'm saying.
No, we don't do
but
that at all.
But the tendency I notice, if I kind of don't recognize the name, kind of haven't really seen them a whole lot,
It's like a cold call, like you said.
it becomes a cold call. And then I'm like, hey, this is Tariq from Access 21, and they don't really know me very well. And it's kind of like, well, can you come? And they're like, oh, I got to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's harder.
It's harder to break that ice
That's what I'm
because
saying.
there's no rapport, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So this begs the question here. Because I can imagine, some creatives are very tunnel vision and they're focused on what the task is at hand, what they got going on. So you can very much walk right by a fellow creative because you're focused on what you got going on. What do we do here where there's like a gathering of the minds, right? Don't we do?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
We never talked about the Bibbers Beat Up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should.
So the idea of the members meetup is a networking opportunity for members, right? Supposedly,
Supposedly, supposed to work in a perfect world.
Supposedly, you can come there, meet other producers. If you're newer, you can learn from other people's experience. And if you have been around a while, you can kind of mentor some of the newer members. Yeah.
But
supposedly.
Because I've attended the last one.
Yeah. You attended one.
I feel like it's the perfect opportunity for you to get to know who else is doing things around here. And like we just talked about, you'll find that, wow, our programming or maybe what we're talking about, the subject matter may have similarities and we just made a friend.
It's not very popular, but I've noticed.
Why do you think it's not popular?
I don't know.
Because people go to
I'm trying to
networking
figure
events
that
all
out.
the time.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
We need to serve hors d'oeuvres or something? What we need to
Well, we have snacks. I don't know what else to do, but I have noticed. So one member came, and she was new. She talked to people at the meetup, and she was able to build her crew and find a director from the contacts she made there. So it's helpful.
Yeah, I get that.
If you utilize it.
Well, here's the thing, too. Some people are introverted, maybe a little intimidated going into those public kind of forums. And I've met people like that, and some things you can't force on people. So that could be part of it. But maybe we just need to shine more of a light on it, like even by doing the podcast, telling people that we've got a member meetup. When's the member meetup?
So far, right, we've experienced we've experimented with different times, but as for now, it's going to be the third Thursday of the month at noon. And that's another issue because people work.
Yeah.
Right? So I've tried to have it on Saturday, like when people aren't working.
I think Saturday works because of that reason.
I tried Saturday, so I tried a situation where, so we're on Calvert Street. You know how Calvert Street deads end? Do you know the dead end? I may have mentioned this before, is a greenway.
Yeah, you told me that.
So I mentioned that, right? So I was like, well, what if we have programming where we walk the greenway? And
I think that's definitely something we should visit more.
Yeah.
Okay, so asking that, how many members can you, I mean, not to put you on the spot, but how many members would you say is in our community? Like, is it hundreds?
Oh, in a community.
Yeah.
It's, and John Rocco told me this statistic that you just...
I love statistics. I'm a statistical type of person.
Well, and I'm trying to remember what he told me. I think it's
Ballpark.
around 100 or so.
Okay. Yeah,
But,
that's a great
He told
network.
me I wish I had better
Yeah, like
memory of
specifics.
numbers.
Around 100 is better than around 30, right?
Well, what I'm saying is I should have a better understanding of the numbers than I do.
Well, nobody,
the
this
demographic.
not Jeopardy, right? So I'm
Yeah.
definitely not trying to put you on the spot because you do a great job here, right? Everybody knows and loves and appreciates you. for sure.
Thank you, because he told me the answer to that question
When was it, today?
a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Because I brought it back and I
It's
said
not like he told you today.
I was asked this question, and then he was like, "You should know the answer to that." And I said, "Well, I don't." And then he gave me the
He gave
answer.
you
And
the
then
answer.
now I can't remember.
I'm
the
sorry
answer.
for putting you on the spot, man.
It's okay. But
Well,
he
you know
told-
it's in the 100 ballpark. We got
yeah,
three
something
digits.
like that. But
3 digits.
he told me specifically. My memory.
All right, so let's talk about when I just walked in. I know you shined the light on it on our Facebook page. So there is a Facebook page for Access 21, and now we've got merch available.
We do.
Right?
So it was James's brainchild, and we have a new display case in the lobby of the studio building. So there are T-shirts available, there are mugs available, and then there are SD cards and flash drives available for very low cost.
And obviously, what I've learned from just my brief interaction with the production, you need the USB to turn in your programming, right? Your episode.
Yeah, it's like an SD card,
SD
or, a
card
flash
or a
drive,
flash drive.
or that's,
So
yeah.
you have them, and well, they're for sale, but you can get them here with the logo on it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't notice that. Is the logo on it?
I'm asking.
I don't know. I didn't notice. I just noticed.
Well, I know
in
that
general.
the mug and the T-shirts also.
Oh no,
I
the
just assumed.
T-shirts and
Yeah.
mugs obviously have the logo on it.
I
Like,
gotta
you can
take
see that.
I gotta take a better look at the SD.
I know you gotta look more closely. Like, oh, the logo is on the SD.
No, but that's great that you offer that because
Yeah.
it's a one-stop shop, especially when it's a requirement when it's time to turn in your episodes.
Yeah,
I
and
love that.
swag is always great. The T-shirts. I have a what is it? Like a polo? Is that what it's like? What you're wearing?
Yeah, like a polo?
The polo. Yeah, the polo with the Access
I got an
21
idea.
logo.
We should do a T-shirt, but have the T-shirt with like some fake suspenders on it.
No.
Like, what do you think? I think that would be
No.
because it's like that's you,
No,
bro.
no, let's not do that. But the cool thing is, we have director T-shirts now. But the director T-shirts don't cost. You
Because
just have
you earn
to
the-
be,
you earn
you
that
just
stripe.
have to be a certified director, and you get your directors. Like if you're an active director,
Yeah.
and you're certified, you can get a director's T-shirt. We also have the staff ones, which is one I want to get, the staff T-shirt.
Why you don't got one? Your staff.
I just haven't asked for it until like a couple days ago.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I didn't even know they were around until I saw James with one on.
Oh, he just came out the blue and had
No,
one.
he was in his office, and I looked and I said, "Hey, can I get one of those with the staff
Yeah, I would have
under
asked
the
the
logo?"
same thing for sure.
And he says, "Okay, next time I'll order one. I'll get you I'll get you one." So, but I have the polos. There's also a like a button down one that I have. You know, like for more special
Are the
occasions.
polos available?
For sale?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think
so
that's
it's
just
like
staff.
the T-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the difference in, I'm trying to explain the differences. So the blue ones, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. The gold ones are the ones for directors.
Yeah.
Then there's staff ones. The staff ones are black. So the polo that I have is black. Mm-hmm. The T-shirt with staff is black, and the button-down staff is black.
You got to get one.
And then
you got to get one for podcast staff.
Yeah. So then there's also the ones in the lobby in the display case, and those are just say like Make TV or things like that.
Yeah, it's like a way to. I mean, advertisement is people wear other logos and different labels, and if you're here, I want to represent too. So we don't have to get into the cost of everything, but I definitely am gonna. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have an Access 21 T-shirt represented for sure.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, they're merch is always cool.
I mean, who doesn't love merch?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe we could get to the point where we're so popular and so big that we could give out a little bit of merch at the tablings when you do it.
Well, we don't give out a whole lot of merch at the tabling, but we do have swag.
Yeah.
So originally it was like frisbees, cups, and pens.
Oh, well,
like writing pens.
Those are the type of things, those little tangible carry-on things.
Yeah.
Remember.
And exactly. So now we have keychains, sunglasses, and we still have the pens and cups.
So
we're switching it up a little bit.
Taking the old school method and ways of doing things, getting the word out.
Yeah.
And you've already explained how Access 21 has successfully moved into the 21st century and beyond. So let's talk about what is in the future for Access 21. What do you got going on? What you got planned, like moving forward? It's like the next quarter.
Well, we do want to build the open mic up, but my main focus going into the fall would be the Young Filmmakers Club from the perspective of community engagement. Because I want to get the kids in the club. I want to introduce them to certain resources and get them more interested in media arts. So that will be my main focus. There's still some tabling going on, like Charlotte Pride. There's a few other places that I haven't really seen their vendors application yet.
Yeah.
Like the Day of the Dead, that's like in November, so I haven't seen their application yet. The West Boulevard Neighborhood Coalition Legacy Fest that we were at last year, I want to go there again. Haven't really seen that application yet.
I love that you're tapped in to so many different, like you said, different cultures, different areas of Charlotte, because I mean, it encompasses all of us, right? And obviously beyond. I think that the arts really is about expression from all cultures, right? So,
exactly. Thank you for saying that. And that's exactly my mentality. Charlotte's a very diverse place.
Absolutely.
Charlotte's a very diverse. I mean, it has become. I've been here since 1994. So I've been here my whole adult life.
And you've seen a lot of growth.
I've seen a lot of growth and change. Like, East Charlotte is so diverse now. So diverse. I mean, the restaurant, and I don't advertise restaurants, but they have a good selection
there's a lot.
over there.
There's a lot.
I'll just say leave it there.
A lot of great areas.
Yeah, there's a lot of great different type of cuisine on that side of town. And
what's your favorite area, real quick?
Favorite? Well,
like, what area you like better? Like Noda, you like the West Side, you like South? Because a lot of things going on.
I like Uptown a lot.
You like Uptown?
Yeah, because in Uptown, now it's hard, not hard, but in my mind, it's hard to drive to Uptown. But once you get to Uptown and park.
Yeah, you can like park and play kind of.
Park and play. You can walk. You can go to this place, that place. It's all, the roads are paved in Uptown and.
You're right.
I'm sorry, the roads are paved everywhere. The sidewalks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like you're in like a rural area.
Yeah, like some parts of Charlotte, the roads aren't paved. No, I'm silly.
Uptown is completely paved.
I know. What I'm trying to say,
lights, all of that.
What I'm trying to say is there's sidewalks in Uptown that make it very easy to walk. Because some other, like the further areas of Charlotte, you might not have sidewalks on both sides of the
for
street
sure.
like that. And then the restaurants offerings in Uptown, and it's fun, and it's just like a lot of things in a small area.
I would agree. You got all the culture. You got the many museums that's down there. So
Exactly.
it is it's kind of just a plethora of art mixed with food, creative. There's so many different murals now. You see the murals around the city. It's pretty dope, man. I really
And
like
my
it.
second favorite place would probably be Noda.
Yeah.
Only because when I came here, that was the arts district area. I used to go in the night. I wish they would bring this back, but in the 90s there were drum circles because I play drums and percussion. I may have mentioned, and it was like first and third Friday, something like that. Like certain Fridays of the month. Excuse me. Certain Fridays of the month there would be gallery crawls.
Yeah, I've been to them. Yeah, I've been to one of those before. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
In addition to the gallery crawls, there used to be big drum circles. That's not. I don't know if it's come back.
I can't say that I've seen that.
But in the 90s, because I played drum, I would just go down there from college, from UNC Charlotte, and play drums in the drum circle. Like,
see, dude, there's so many things that I still don't know about you, which is why I appreciate having these podcasts and these talks that we have. And it's also just an opportunity for me as just becoming a member. So speaking of that, how and when, as far as membership, when does the membership orientation, when does it happen? Like, how can one actually get on with Access 21? Like, get to where I'm at.
The first thing to do to become a member is to attend orientation. Orientations recur on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month.
The second and fourth Tuesday of every month.
At 7 p.m. here at the Access 21 studios.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to sign up for orientation, there is a form on the website you can use, or you can reach out to me, Tariq. So my email address is TKILEY, that's T Kiley, first initial, last name, TKILEY at CMPAC.org. So the letters CMPAC.org.
Gotcha.
Or you can call the office as well, right? I think the easiest thing would be just to go to the website and fill out the form there, and that comes to us automatically.
And you'll get that information.
Automatically, yeah, through an automatic email.
Man, you make things happen. I just want to shake your hand. How about we shout out the people who's made this podcast happen for us today?
Thanks, Althea.
Thank you, Althea, for sure, right?
Definitely. Thank you so much. And all the other great studio coordinators.
Yeah, for sure. It's been great, as always. I think episode 2, I think we gave the people a little bit more information, right? Which is the goal, to keep them involved and engaged, right?
Yeah.
And the last thing we want to do is say that this podcast was produced using the facilities of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Public Access Corporation 21.
Let's play that jingle.
Who did that jingle?
I did.
It's smooth, though. You gotta say, that's why I said you got to say Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. Say it with me.
Access 21.
Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. Access 21. Yeah. Yeah, fade us out.